All right, and we are live. What is going on? What's going on, Soul Tribe? It's your boy KD. I got another one. Got a few videos from some of your favorites. We have Destro. You know what I'm saying? Your boy. Salute. We got another one from Didi. You know what I'm saying? Of course, got to get the woman's perspective. And then obviously a classic from one of the guys been doing this for a while. DeMarcus M. Yeah. His name DeMarcus M. He's a real one. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. No further ado, you guys smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? Now more than ever, it's so important. Smash that like button. I ain't even playing. Go ahead and share the live stream. Let's get it. Let's go.
Lord Destro suggested to you that a woman's past sexual partners could be affecting her in ways you may have never imagined. Some theories claim that the sperm from past partners can impact
This
not
is
only a
true.
woman's mental stability, but also her sex drive. I mean, think about it.
Can we please put a time limit on bodies? I feel like a man that hit 10 years ago shouldn't be able to still claim that he hit me. And 10 year ago me, we not
What?
the same person.
That coochie's the same? What you talking about, fool? What's going on here?
We're not the same person. She's been gone a long time. You didn't hit this.
Hold up. Wait. Huh? Hold up. Wait. So we're retroactively trying to uncount the high body count? Nah, they can't be doing this. Nah, this can't be happening.
You didn't hit this. The bar was in hell back then. There should be an expiration date, no?
This is a big revelation. This would place a direct correlation between a woman's mental health and her accumulated body count. Such a theory may help to explain some of the issues facing the modern woman. Maybe all this dick talk or I'm turned off by men rhetoric is just a simple side effect of large amounts of sexual discharge floating around in a promiscuous woman.
It is so rare that I even find men that I'm attracted to. Like,
seriously?
It is difficult as hell for me to even come across even one person that I'm interested in for real. Like, most of the people are not, I don't feel like they're worthy enough for me to be interested in. I have to feel the energy, like the attraction has to be there. And I'm trying to figure out, like, am I broken or is everybody else broken and just willing to adapt to, anything? Because it's just hard for me to like actually be attracted to men.
Maybe all this I don't need a man talk.
I don't need no man.
It's not a woman empowerment call to action, but really just a hormonal imbalance. How far-fetched is this assumption? I mean, we're talking about a teaspoon of liquid that sparks the essence of life. Should we really question its potency?
I am consistently so turned off by men that I'm wondering, do I even like them?
Great minds before your grace, Lord Destro, have proposed this theory to you. Men like Aristotle, who forged the belief of telegony, which states the heredity of individuals is influenced not only by the father, but also by previous males the female may have mated with, or who contributed to earlier pregnancies.
That's sick, man.
This would imply that every one-night stand or new sneaky link can affect the biology of a woman and even affect the gender of your potential offspring. Now take a second to absorb that thought and the potential possibilities.
How many bodies, Greenlee? 8.
Even Charles Darwin speculated on the alleged case of telegony, that of a mare horse mated to a zebra and subsequently to an Arabian stallion, by whom the mare horse produced a baby fowl with faint stripes on its legs.
Part that does start getting weird is that we know that some of the cells from the fetus stay in the mother and some of the cells from the mother stay in the fetus. And so they have found male DNA in women's livers and their heart and even their brains 30 years after they gave birth. So those cells are somehow crossing the blood-brain barrier.
Bro, listen. We've talked about this in depth on this channel. Okay? These women have taken so much seed that like they said, the sperm, you know what it's made of? Like spinal fluid, brain fluid, stuff like that. Man, these guys, these pookies have taken over their mind. And that's why they become pookishas. And they're running around here, moving like men, talking like men, and not realizing they sound like one. And then calling us sassy for not wanting them. What? So in this world, in this new reality, a man that stands on principle and has boundaries and doesn't like a wild woman, a modern woman, a woman that, she presents herself with a resume first, a combative woman, narcissistic woman. So if you don't like that, you're sassy. What kind of world are we living in? I'm telling you, man, that's why the body count matters. You females, you don't understand.
Another controversial aspect is whether sperm from past partners can remain in a woman's
Smash
body
that like button.
and continue to affect her beyond conception. According to Medical News Today, sperm can live in the female's reproductive tract for up to 5 days. But what happens after that? Now here's the route. Some theories suggest that leftover genetic materials from sperm may have long-term effects. There's some good but limited evidence that this material could somehow influence hormonal regulation and even a woman's mental state. Maybe we, the initiated, must reevaluate the importance of a woman's body count, and most importantly, our tenuous relationships with OnlyFans providers.
I messed up my 2-year celibacy for 3 minutes.
Can't even say it. No,
don't
absolutely not.
It don't count, girl. 3 minutes.
Yeah, you done that before. You can't even say the word. I know you ain't doing it. The hell's going on around y'all? Crazy.
Minutes. Anything under 3 minutes don't count. And if you use a condom, it really don't count. You good.
I see the logic.
You can still say you celibate.
She can't be saved.
But here's the real question that's driving you crazy right now. Could genetic material from previous partners stick around in a woman's body? Translation, can you be deep stroking in a pool of her exes? Well, some studies in animals suggest that cells from a fetus can remain in the mother of a body for years. This phenomenon, known as michimerism, has led some to theorize that male DNA from sperm might stay in a woman's body after intercourse, potentially affecting her in subtle ways.
Alternatively, women could still be peppered with male fetal cells during routine sexual intercourse or from pre-existing fetal material of matrilineal generations.
I mean, theoretically speaking,
Nasty
high body
work.
count women may have random male DNA molecules floating around their bodies. DNA molecules that may affect her on a cellular, hormonal, or cognitive level. The more bodies she accumulates, the higher concentration of random male DNA
This man's breaking
molecules
it down.
she will have in her body. Free radicals and DNA confusion. I mean, this is DNA that even her own immune system cannot recognize as a foreign substance.
Also, it is not clear why a mother's immune system does not recognize male fetal cells, which have unfamiliar DNA, as foreign.
Yes, my friends, you can actually digmatize a woman's immune system. The pathway for random male cells is even more pronounced in mothers with different quote-unquote
Now,
baby fathers.
now, do you understand?
Yes, even her.
Now, do you understand when the Pookie got a hold of them? See, when they make that bond, you know what I'm saying? It is over. It is over. Whoever imprinted on her, that imprint means so many different things. He's pulling her to him at all times. Her body be calling for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got all of his seed all up in her, and her organs. It's just, she's losing her mind. You know, could you imagine a woman that had been swallowing seed for like 9-10 years? She is probably obsessed with that ex, man. I mean, obsessed with him. The ex might have to move to another state or something and start his life over. Make sure she never knows his address.
Her cells are for the streets.
I just realized something. I have 4 kids from 4 different men, right?
Oh.
2 of those men, one is from Haiti, one is from
Oh.
Africa. The other 2, One is from New York, the other one's from New York too.
Oh no.
Right?
No.
Yeah, let's just add that as reason 2084 why it's probably not a good idea to seriously date or marry single mothers. Especially ones that have multiple baby fathers.
Telling you.
The higher the body count,
Telling
the
you.
more violent the mosh pit.
You ain't lying.
Your Grace predicts that as we continue to see an increase in overall body count per capita, we will also see a rise in narcissism, depression, and delusion from the 304 population. Now I dare not invite you to the astral plane, where we discuss how such free radicals or demons might affect her spiritually. But that, my friends, is a talk for another
You
day.
ain't never lied.
Found that in someone's lifetime, they had 29% adults likelihood of being diagnosed with depression. That's 1 in 3 of us. Highest rates were in people 18 to 44. And there was a difference, men versus women. Women, 37% diagnosed with depression in their lifetime versus men, 20%.
Why so high?
You know, I think we don't know a specific answer to that. We don't know a specific
I like the way old boy set her up.
answer to that.
I mean, at this point, it's only
You see how old boy set her up? Why so high? You know why. You know, that was smooth though. That was smooth.
speculation. The Lord Destro challenges you to consider such evidence like the rise of the masculine alpha female, the ravaging 304 epidemic,
Are there any
look at
plus
that
size
big back.
304s?
and the increasing
well.
amounts of single post-war women as a possible effect from the slow rise in 304
Man, that's
activities.
crazy, man.
Let's not even get into
These old ones, man. You know what I'm saying? These leftovers, they be hitting the gym and then getting that body right. Be trying to trick you, man.
body dysmorphia, RuPaul makeup, and the BBL crisis. This revelation should only increase the value of the feminine low body count, virtuous unicorn, woman, that we all covet.
So let it be written.
Now, if you want your Grace, Lord Destro, take a deep stroke into high body count topics like this in the future, then hit the like button, drop a comment, and leave some rations in the Cash App for the Cobra movement.
He ain't lying. Go ahead and do it for the wolf pack
Although
as
you
well.
will never be worthy of a monarch such as myself, the Lord Destro would suggest that you poor fools at least give oligarchy a try. So Lord Destro has spoken.
Another banger, man. Listen, he ain't lying. Let's go ahead into the next one.
I know this conversation has been hit so many times, but I'm gonna offer my
Hit
perspective.
that like button, y'all.
And I feel like women have gotten so caught up in trying to compare and compete with men to the point where I think women have lost their way and women don't understand what their actual assignment is. I think so many women are so, first of all, ladies, money does not make us more valuable. Okay, that's something that you guys created for men. Men becomes more valuable the more money they make, because why? Women want men with money and more money and more money.
Say it again for the people in the back. She said money does not make women more valuable. I've said it over and over, and she is correct. She is absolutely correct. But, women don't see it that way. Classic Perspective says these women have multiple fathers, and none of the men can't even come together to pay the woman's rent. Right. That's who you should be looking for to pay your rent, so that your child can have a roof over their head. Thank you, Classy, for the super chat. Adwan says, just giving a shout out to you, Didi. Thank you so much. I appreciate you once again. Thank you for the super chat. Lee Turner says, good afternoon, Didi and chat. Good stuff. Thank you so much, Lee. I appreciate you. Successful MD says, finessers come from multiple backgrounds. They sure do. They sure do. Thank you, Successful MD, once again for the super chat. Let's continue. Let me rewind that back just for a second.
Well, first of all, ladies, money does not make us more valuable. Okay, that's something that you guys created for men. Men becomes more valuable the more money they make, because why? Women want men with money and more money and more money. That's why y'all quick to say my man has to be making at least 6 figures and all of this nonsense. I've never heard a man say, yeah, my woman, she got to be making at least 6 figures or I don't want her. So while y'all are so busy trying to chase more money so that you can compete and compare and contrast with men and show men, yeah, you got money, I got money too. And that does not make you more valuable. The things that make us valuable as women are the things that we don't work on. You guys are so busy trying to prove to men that you got it. And it's like, then y'all wake up one day and realize that even as a successful woman, even as a woman who's making 6 figures, even as a woman who has her own business, her own car, nice living, lifestyle, whatever, y'all are confused as to why you still can't capture those top tier men or those top 10% men. It's because men with money are not looking for women with money. Men have told women time and time again, we don't care how much money y'all make, yet y'all still trying to make the money so that you can show the man that I got the money and now you gotta have the money. Well, I make 6 figures, so he needs to be making at least 7. None of this stuff that y'all are coming up with it doesn't make any sense. That's why so many women are still single when they're at the top. It's not because y'all don't want to settle. It's simply because there's nobody up there for y'all.
Boom, boom, honey, girl. I love her content because she's always spot on. Listen, how many times have I said that? And they're confused. They look like, well, why can't these men just need to level up? Ebony K. Williams said that. Well, these men, why don't they want to be aspired to? They don't have to do what you want them to do. Just because you made choices that's affecting you in a way that you didn't plan for. Just because you were, career driven and wanted to make all the money that you say you make and all of that, and it yielded you single. That don't mean every man got to do what you want them to do. You want to try to force something on men, and this is why I say women project their nature onto men. Women project their feelings, their nature, all of it onto a man. You want men to do what you want them to do so that you can get what you want out of them. So you try to control a man. A man could have a career, a job, whatever you want, and be perfectly content in his career, his job, or whatever, making the money that he wants to make to sustain his life. But these women want to come in and control that, try to tell him and he could love what he's doing, but these hyenas don't give a damn. You don't care if this man loves his job, he loves what he do, and he's happy doing it, and he makes a good living, but it's not what you think he should be doing or making. You want to come in and try to tell a man, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why you don't want to level up? No, that's what you wanted to do. That was your goal, to go in and be a CEO, whatever it is you wanted to be. And that's no problem, but you can't force men to come in and change things that they've created for themselves and things that they are happy with, and change it into what you think and feel they should be doing. That's the problem, number one. A lot of these women are controlling. You want to control the men, but then complain about a man controlling you because you know that's what you would do. And once again, this is why you have a bunch of educated women complaining, talking about there aren't any good men out there. No, there are good men out there. They just don't want you, boo. And you don't want to accept the fact that, I got all these degrees.
Let her cook.
I make 6 figures, I look good. I'm well taken care of. Okay, kudos to you.
What's going on, James? What's going on?
Kudos to you. You worked hard. You worked hard for your lifestyle. Then continue to live your lifestyle. You can't get mad if men aren't attracted to that. And it's not that they're intimidated, because that's the next thing they want to say. All these men are intimidated by my success. No, child. They're not intimidated by your success. They don't want what comes with that. And what comes with that is these entitled, combative women who gonna let you know on a daily how
they'll sit online and tell you, oh yeah, this is what they wanted. They set this up to make us so masculine. And then they'll, in the same breath be like, yeah, and these dudes are all feminine now. No. You try to make it that way. You raised a bunch of them, but some of us did have some fathers around or males around and didn't go down that route. But y'all are super masculine. You really are. GMO. All GMO.
successful they are, how much money they have, and how much you don't measure up. Because even the men who make more money than them don't want them, child. Even the men who make the 6 figures or more don't want them. They don't want a combative boss chick. They don't want a combative boss chick either. So you're stuck where you are. You got to go and get your own babies, IVF it up. You got to go pay all this money and get your baby by yourself, because no man don't want to have no baby with you. He don't want to marry you. He don't want to be with you because your attitude stinks. You've gotten so educated and so up there in your mind You think you're the best thing since sliced bread, and you don't know how to communicate with a man. You want to belittle him. You think you're better than him, so you act in a manner that portrays yourself or shows yourself in that way. And no one wants that. And nobody wants that. That's why I say it's not just about money. You could get a man with the money, he still don't want you. A man who makes less, who still do well, still don't want you. Because you are just not a likable person. You're leading with your accolades and all of this because that's what makes you feel
nail on the head.
Because without that, you don't feel like you're worth anything. And you know your personality sucks. You know that you don't bring anything else to the table. You're not a fun person. You're not somebody that knows how to cooperate with a man or anybody. Usually those women are very uptight, very entitled, very nasty, very mean. They don't know how to have fun. You don't know how to just be a normal chick. You don't know how to just have a good time.
That's why I keep telling y'all, man. You know, for y'all dudes, it'd be like all of them. It ain't all of them, nigga. It's not all of them. I mean, yeah, she's married. Most of them, pretty much, that aren't messed up are married. But you can't say it's all of them if there's some married chicks out here talking like they have some sense, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Don't get in your emotions. Make sure you specify.
You're uptight. Them men don't want that. They don't care about how much money you get. All that goes out of the window. This is why I say, listen, you gotta stop thinking that your education and your money is what makes you, because it does not. It does not. You can go take all the trips you want. You can buy what you want. You can live a good life. Ain't nobody complaining about that. But it's your mentality. It's your personality. It's all of that is a turn off to a lot of these men, no matter how much money they make.
Facts.
Because they don't want a problem. Nobody wants to be in a relationship with a person who always have a problem, always complaining. That gets old. These men are tired of that kind of shit. They want to cooperate. I do this and I gotta pay and all this. After a while, these men get tired of that. Anybody will get tired of that. So yeah, I think it's a reality check for a lot of these women.
You thought I was frozen, didn't you?
That your money don't mean shit. These men don't care about that. You don't want to spend it. You're not gonna. You still want him to pay for everything. So why would he even worry about how much you make? It's not like you coming in and paying half because they don't want to go 50-50. They think, oh, that's a roommate. That's not a relationship. Well, just pay it all yourself and just be content with who you are and what you got. Because most people don't want to deal with you anyway, child. So yeah, it just makes sense. This is why you have a bunch of women with these BBLs, with these degrees, with these businesses or whatever, sitting back complaining about men don't approach, men don't do this, and they won't. They won't. Successful MD says she must make $2 million a year so I can take it. Thank you, Successful MD, for the super chat. Says
that's where everybody say they know what they're doing. You know, they go to work and the boss says jump. They say how high, boss? You know, like that one woman said, trash man show up, be like, have your trash out. They'd be like, be right on it, boss. You know what I'm saying? And then, but when the man is like, can I get a sandwich? Maybe a little top. Eat bad to get your mama a second. What? This is what happens, man. This is what happens. Now, you know what I'm saying? That's the Keishas, the Beckys, you know, they're gonna be bopping on you, you know what I'm saying, before you even ask. But you know, the Keisha, I'm just saying, man, I'm just speaking from experience, okay? You know what I mean? Some of you guys be like, oh, you know, these women, they hold sex up from me and da da da. Man, I ain't never had a woman do that to me, man. I cannot sit here and lie to y'all. You know what I mean? Like, that was one of the issues in my past relationship. You know, I wanted to talk to my ex. She wouldn't talk about nothing. But what she did want to do every night was get some of this dick. Now, I don't know why these women be rationing out that to y'all, but I ain't never had a woman I've dated or been married to that didn't want it every night. I ain't gonna lie to you. And you can call me a pookie or whatever, blah, blah. Nah, I'm just saying. So when y'all be like, and I was married, and she was complaining when we broke up, like, well, I just wanted to do. We got to talk about stuff, man. You know, I'm not just gonna be some walking toy for you. You know what I mean? I was holding back from her, so I don't understand when y'all be like, man, they be rationing out the sex and they be with what? I wish a chick would. I'll be out the door, and they know that too. I'll be out the door that day. You tell me, especially being married, you tell me no one time, man, you getting it from somebody else. We're done. You know what I'm saying? Don't even, you know what I mean? Like, don't even bother. Get out of bed. Just get out of bed. I'm not in the mood no more. I gotta file divorce papers. Just get out of bed. You know what I'm saying?
Calvin, thank you for the super chat. Says rich person pretending to be homeless, panhandling. Thank you for the super chat, Calvin. I appreciate you.
Facts.
It's just a mess, baby. Let's continue.
Everybody is just out of their lane. There's nothing wrong with sixes being six, but you got the people that's sixes that's trying to get all these other things that does not make them any more valuable than a six. You can be a six physically. And just because you go capture a bunch of money and a bunch of other stuff as a woman does not make you a 10. But y'all don't get that. And
They
it's
try to
hard
do
to
it.
say that. That's the harsh reality. But the reality of it is if you're a six, just be the best six you can be. Because
they think that the money and the degrees make them top tier. They think that the money is what make them better. And I'll say it till the wheels fall off. No, it doesn't. Money doesn't make you better. A degree doesn't make you better. A job doesn't make you better. You have to be a better person inside. That comes from within. There's no amount of money in the world or no amount of degrees in the world, no amount of makeup, no amount of, how you could look great, but none of that makes you a better person. None of that's just a facade. That's just an outward appearance. That's just an outward look at things. It doesn't make you a better person. You have to, if you want to be a better person, you have to take time and work on yourself. You really got to look at the negatives because we all have negatives and positives. Nobody's walking around here with everything all put together, everything right. No. Everybody has negatives and positives. You have to focus on the negatives within your life and get to the root of why you're negative and start to work on that. It's not impossible to work on yourself without blaming others. Look at the deep rooted things that you're dealing with as to why you're mean, why you're negative all the time, and work on that and figure out how to better yourself because that's only going to make you better for your children, possible husband, mate, or whatever, and friends, whoever. Because you're just sitting around thinking that I'm just going to accumulate all these degrees. I'm going to focus on myself, but I'm going to focus on myself and I'm going to get my master's degree and I'm going to focus on myself and I'm going to get my PhD and I'm going to focus on myself and I'm going to go get this and I'm going to get this. I'm going to become my own. And thinking that that's going to somehow change the nature of who you are deep down is not. You're just going to have a PhD. You're going to have all these things and you're still going to be miserable within. You're still going to be mad at everybody else because you don't feel happy and content within yourself. And this is why you see people who were broke. They thought the issue was money. You get some money, you become rich. You still broken. You still unhappy. The money doesn't make you.
Yeah, and I have to reiterate this, okay? For y'all with the degrees and the homes and the cars, men don't care. And the jobs, we don't care. It's not that we aren't happy for you and we can't celebrate your accomplishments, but it doesn't make us hard. We don't give a shit. We don't walk into your home and see your degrees on your walls and get brick. Okay? What? Come on, think about it. Think about it. We better off, you know what I'm saying, hanging up different panties or different pictures of yourself. Well, why would we care about any of that stuff? But we're happy for you. But it doesn't give you any extra points as far as dating goes. That's some self stuff that you're doing, you know what I'm saying, which is great, self-improvement. But when no one has to acknowledge your self-improvement, that's for yourself. That's for you. Come on, man. I need y'all to do better. Smash that like button. Let's go.
You happy. Money allows you to get things, but it's not a cure from your brokenness. It's not a cure. It's not to heal all of the trauma you've been through and all of the.
Brother, some of them be like 2s, 1.5s. Because if you're obese, I don't care what you put on your face makeup wise. You're obese. You're like a McDonald's cheeseburger away from you know what I'm saying? Upper room, heart attack, stents.
The feelings and the things associated with the trauma you've been through. Money does not fix that. What fixes that is you working on yourself, taking the time to analyze those issues, go through the hurt, and the pain that's associated with it, deal with it, face it, not just sit back and put a Band-Aid over it and hide it and cover it up and push it to the back of your brain as if it didn't happen. But it constantly comes out in different ways. It comes out in your relationships. It comes out in how you treat your kids. It comes out in how you treat other people. It comes out on a daily basis. You see that these people are dealing with different traumatic experiences that they've never dealt with because it comes out in many different ways. And a lot of those ways have a lot to do.
Y'all, she cooked on this live stream. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe. I'm sure most of y'all are. But you know what I'm saying? She was cooking, you know what I mean? So let's let her cook. I'm just gonna, I gotta do my thing, y'all. You coming over here to watch this, the person doing the reaction video. You're watching the reaction video to the reaction video. Come on now, you know how we do. And that's for all of y'all in the comments trying to be slick. Salute. I always get my lick back.
With how people respond and interact in relationships. So when you're in a relationship with somebody that's loud and combative and just, going off all the time, that's some hurt and trauma that they've never dealt with. And they take it out on the closest people to them. So you and possibly the kids and all of these things. And that's a very dangerous way to deal with your trauma because it comes off as very toxic. It comes off as just something that people don't want to deal with. This is why I said the other day, when that lady said what she said, which wasn't super bad,
Absolutely.
but it shows that when people are triggered, it's a response to trauma. It's a response to things that they've been through that they haven't able to get over or work through. You know what I'm saying? Because when you've worked on yourself and you've gotten over.
I'm gonna tell you, brother. Hey, if you ever watch my live streams, which I'm gonna get back to doing possibly tonight, where I'm walking around outside, you'll notice a lot of the stuff that we discuss on those live streams, you'll hear it in other live streams and panels. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in so many words, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? So like, whenever you're, out there on my live streams and we're doing the nature walks, the walk and talks, I'm telling you, you'll never know who's watching, man, because it's the same stuff. And I know there's only so many ways to say things, but you guys, I have a TV, 65-inch screen TV. I never plugged up the past 2 years I've been living here. I don't watch TV. I don't listen to the radio. And I really don't watch like social media like that unless I'm just getting clips. So I try to keep that way so I can have a unique perspective and articulate myself in a different kind of way. So I'm telling you, man, the discussions that we have are very important. That's why I get back to them or whatever. But you never know who's listening, who's watching. You know what I mean? Who's learning. Anyway, you guys smash that like button. Let's keep it going.
Some traumatic experiences, you don't have that bitterness. You don't have that anger. You learn how to deal with it. You use coping mechanisms to deal with your issues, and you learn to turn that trigger point into a more palatable way to deal with your issues. I don't think people issues completely go away. I just think you find better ways to cope with them, and you learn that, hey, this person is not my problem. I'm not angry at this person. I don't know this person, but the person I really want to lash out at or really want to get my attention is usually either your mother's a past relationship with a person who did you wrong. And those people you don't feel comfortable talking to because it's a hurtful place. And so you don't know how to go and explain to your mom that she, messed you over or treated you bad or gave you the wrong information or, or didn't care for you or whatever the reasons. You don't know how to go to her or your dad or whoever who messed you up. You don't know how to go to them and talk to them. So you harbor those feelings and then you just lash out at other people. And a lot of times when you're in a relationship, you take that anger out on the person that you're in a relationship with. And you have to deal with that, though. You can't harbor those feelings and you can't push them way back and act like they're not there and just pretend that you've gotten over them when you really haven't. And then when somebody says something that triggers that in you, you come out raging because you don't, and it's an issue. It's an issue that you have never dealt with or accepted. And this is why you need therapy or somebody to talk to constantly Focus on those things, talk about it, get it out, cry. You whatever you got to do to get through to that trauma and get past it or get over it and learn how to, maneuver within it, then you'll become a better person. You won't have these attitudes. Because when I see a lot of women with these attitudes, I notice it's trauma behind it. They're just not talking that way for no reason. It's something behind it, but they've never worked on the issue. So that's just how it comes out, And so a lot of men are to the point now where they're like, we don't care, child. And I see it all the time.
Yeah, James, you be on it. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be leaving comments and it'd be like stuff that I be thinking like. So, it's just something that you tap into. And when you do that, that's when you can kind of notice people that kind of think the way you do. And you can also notice like people in your circle or people in your work environment. You can notice your influence on people because you're so detached that you can notice what you've the way that you've decided to articulate yourself. Because when you're like by yourself a lot, you think a lot. So the stuff that comes out of your mouth is going to be special. So you can, you know what I'm saying? You can catch that stuff when other people, and it's not even that people be like trying to do it. It's really just when you own to something, you own to something. And when it resonates, it resonates. So, I like it this way, man. I couldn't imagine all that time I was wasting, man. You know what I'm saying? With that junk, all that time. It's crazy. But, I'm glad I'm not there no more. It is what it is. You got to smash that like button.
And you can't blame them because a lot of women don't care about the trauma that men have gone through. They don't care about nothing they've been there. Look, you got to man up and do what you need to do and handle your responsibilities. They don't. So a lot of men are like, they don't care. And you can't be mad at them for it because they're like, look, I don't care what you got. You go do that, but leave me alone. So that's where we are with that. Let's continue.
Now you're a 6 looking for a 10, and a 10 ain't looking for a 6. Your money does not make you valuable. Your money does not make you better. It doesn't. Not for a man, not to a man. You telling us that we should settle. You're basically telling us that we can't want what we want.
Dude.
I'm not saying you got to settle, but I am saying that you are what you are. And regardless to what it is that you think you want or what it is that you think you deserve, men are the ones that get the pick at the end of the day. Y'all are trying to be picked by men. Men is not walking around trying to be picked by women because women is going to be there, especially if they got the 6 figures that they know all of y'all chasing behind. Well, I got 6 figures too.
That's why I keep telling y'all, man. That's why I said, like, whatever they're calling you right now, whatever your haters that are women are calling you right now, the fact that they're talking to you means they find you attractive. You're just missing something for them to respect you. Once you get that they respect, which is money, you ain't we talking like that no more. You know what I'm saying? They're only doing it right now because you ain't got the money, like, or they don't see it or whatever. But once you have that, man, and again, you're not doing it for their respect. I'm just telling you, like, it don't matter. They're gonna switch up so quick, man. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that you're in alignment, you're following your passion, and you're monetizing it in some type of way, and you'll eventually get there because you're passionate about it. And once you get there, they're going to flip up and be like, oh yeah, I believed in you the whole time. I'm telling you, man.
It doesn't matter. If you're a 6, then you're still a 6 with 6 figures. Men are looking for physical women who are just those beautiful looking women. It doesn't matter if you have 6 figures. You're a 6-figure 6.
Whoop, child.
Not to mention, most of the women who make their own money come with nasty attitudes, nasty energy, nasty spirits. So y'all work so hard to get this money, something that a man is not
What's
even
going on,
asking
Black
for
Rain?
from a woman
Salute.
to begin with. So that
Exactly.
still leaves a lot of y'all at the bottom, and y'all don't understand why. But I got everything. I got everything I need. I'm independent. They don't want an independent woman because come along with an independent woman comes that nasty spirit. And another thing, a 6 is not a bad thing. I don't know why everybody feels as though they need to be at the top, need to be a 10. And there's nothing wrong with just being a person that was born average looking, and now you just want to be the best in your lane.
And look, facts. No lies detected. Listen, There's nothing wrong with us, what people would consider a 6, right? And this is why I touch on that, because you know, a lot of these women have been insecure their whole lives, right? They never thought they were beautiful, or nobody's ever told them they were beautiful. And so when the first chance they get, they, you know, go out to do what they think will deem them a 10. They will do everything in their power to try to get themselves to what is considered a 10. This is why people alter their bodies, alter their faces, do all these things. And they think that, oh, getting the degrees and leveling up, getting their business is going to be attractive to men. And so now, if you're a boss chick, you got your face done, you got your lips done, face tightened, BBLs, stomachs flat, all this kind of stuff, and just look the part, they now consider themselves a 10, and they think that all of that makes them worthy of a high value, what they would consider a high value man. And it's a blow to their egos when they realize that, oh, I'm still not looked at as a 10. You got me messed up. I am a 10. No, what makes you a 10? This is why the question you have to wonder when you say, what do you bring to the table? They're looking at you sideways, like, what do you mean what I bring to the table? You don't see this butt,
welcome
and
to the
you
tribe.
don't see these lashes, and you don't see these nails, and you don't see this lifestyle, and you don't see this degree. What do you mean? They can't fathom or understand why a man would ask, what do you bring to the table? Because they think that they are the table. They tell you all the time, I am the table. Because they think in their minds they're everything since sliced bread. But when men are saying, we don't care about your money, honey. We don't care about how many degrees you have. We don't care about your body. That doesn't benefit him. If you want me with all this, you have all these unrealistic, in my opinion, high standards for me.
Absolutely.
What am I going to get that's tangible from you? How are you going to benefit my life? I mean, he got to assume that if you want him with all this money, you expect certain things from him. So what can he expect from you? That's all they're saying.
Okay, like she said, tangible. Okay, we talk about that all the time. They won't have anything tangible. It'll be something like, I'm going to be your spiritual leader, and I'm going to guide you by whispering into your ear and putting a battery in your back to your highest potential that you can only get with a divine feminine. What did you just say to me? Witch? Huh? Get out my face. You know what I'm saying? Keep it trucking.
Because you can't just sit there and say, oh, nothing. Oh, you don't want to do anything for the man. Like, he shouldn't expect anything because he's a man. But you're a boss chick. You've got all these degrees. You got money. Why shouldn't he expect anything from you? Those days are over because we don't have traditional women anymore. See, the thing that men got back in the day were more traditional women who were more cooperative, women who weren't trying to be boss chicks, women who wanted to be housewives, wanted to be at the house and raise the kids and provide a nice home for the man. He come home, he have a nurturing wife, somebody there who he can, who understands what he's going through, is just supportive, and they're supporting him, and she's in his corner, she is amen corner, like, somebody who's cooperative and supportive and not trying to go out here and compete with him. These men don't want that. So at least the man, he came home to something that was worthwhile and soothing to him, something opposite of what he's out there doing, working hard, got to deal with all the stuff that men deal with. He don't want to come home and have to deal with a combative woman who's similar to outside. He want the opposite.
Absolutely.
He wants something, nurtured, come home and feel nurtured. And that's what a lot of modern women and women who were raised, a certain way, don't understand, because they were not taught that. Most women were not taught what men needed or what they wanted, but you were taught what you should get from him, but not what you should give to him. See what I'm saying? And so that's why a lot of women think the way they think, and they don't want to learn any other way, because it would require them to do a lot more than what they're doing. And a lot of women are very selfish and don't want to do anything, but they want you to give. You don't want to pay no bills. You don't want to make a sandwich. You don't want to do nothing. You just want to sit back and receive everything, and you do nothing. And those days are over. We're living in a modern society. This is not traditional anymore, because women made it that way. They fought for it to be this way. Now you got to live within it. You got to understand that being an independent boss chick come with certain consequences. And that means men don't want independent boss chicks. Men don't want other men, especially if that's not how you roll. You're not GAY, so you don't want another man. You want a woman. So a lot of these women are operating like men and not understanding the consequences of that is that these men don't want to be with other men.
Cooking. We don't want the GMO masculinity. How many times we got to tell you this? You try to talk your way into some dick. What's wrong with you? Well, no, it's not that. It's you got to be masculine enough to put me in my comfort zone, in my safe space, so I can be in my feminine energy. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, you want me to be your bitch. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Now you're gonna be soft. You're gonna bend over. You're gonna take this dick. I don't know what you think else gonna happen. That you need to take that masculine stuff somewhere else, okay? Because traditional men, because I'm not trying to get flagged. Don't bring that energy over here, man. Don't bring that tough talking, screechy voice, trying to be loud. Don't bring the energy over here. I train every day. I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't trying to hear it.
As much as women try to say, oh, these men are GAY, they're not. They don't want you. They don't want these attitudes. They don't want you walking around talking about you a boss chick, I'm independent. And so that's why you're not by yourself.
Absolutely.
Classy Perspective, thank you for the super chat. Says most women that make that money are going broke because of their lifestyle. That is facts, no lies detected whatsoever.
Never again.
Classy Perspective. I mean, nobody can argue with that. Nobody can argue with that. They are. And that's why they're looking for y'all to come in and continue to resume that lifestyle because they can no longer afford it. Child. You know, and there's videos of women saying, oh, I'm at a time now where this what they saying, this women talk about pampering themselves. I forget what they call it. They call it what do they call it? Damn. They call it this lifestyle maintenance where women maintain themselves. And a part of the maintenance is you making sure your nails are done, making sure your toes are done, making sure you have facials, making sure that all these things that women do, get their eyebrows done, a lot of stuff that women do to maintain their beauty status or whatever, including massages, all kinds of stuff. So this is a part, and there was this video where this woman, she talked about it, and they was like, that could cost anywhere from $300-400 to $1,000 a month just for like self-maintenance. So there was this video of these women who were saying, listen, I'm over it. I'm over self-maintenance. That's a thing of the past. I don't really want to do anything. I'm done with it. No, the reason you're done with it is because inflation is high. Because you can't afford to do it anymore. It's you got to pay for it yourself. So you got to cut back or you're going to be homeless. So no, it's not the fact that you're tired of it. You can't afford to do it anymore. It's a subtle, cute way of just saying you can't afford to do it and you don't have a sucker who's standing on the side of you with his credit card saying, here, get what you want, So yeah, they can't afford it. So they try to find, instead of being honest and real about it and say, you know what? I can't afford this shit no more. I'm tired. I'm done. It's too much. I can't do it. No, it's the cutesy way. Oh, we're done with that. Oh, we just no longer need it. It's not a part of our day anymore. So it's old news. That's an old trend. No, you can't afford it. Just be real.
Yeah.
Thank you once again, Classic, for the super chat. Successful MD says nasty attitudes are like pennies, plentiful. Baby.
Absolutely.
It's a mess. That's what it is. Let's continue.
Everybody is not a 10 physically. I don't care what you add to your physicality. Everybody is not at the top, and that's okay. Well, Chevy, what would you rate yourself? Probably like a 6, because Kevin Samuel said not to touch a 7. And then when you start talking about 8s and 9s and 10s, now you're talking about women that were born just, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's nothing wrong with claiming the lane that you're in and just simply executing the lane that you're in. But everybody thinks that they deserve more than what they are. I'm gonna end it like this. A lot of women are just simply going to be single with y'all 6-figure making selves. And before y'all say, I don't care, we don't need no man, we ain't pressed for men, we can do it on our own, and all that sound real cute, but that's not what Taraji is saying, and that's not what Vivica A. Fox just said either. Them people is knocking on 50 and 60 years old, and after they found out that all the success in the world becomes lonely and they do want partnership with a man, now here they are saying, where's our husband? So ladies, we have an assignment, and our assignment is not to compete and try to be like men. It's to be their helper, to still be independent, self-sufficient, while still doing what we need to be doing as women. That's it. That's all. Tired of hearing about the conversation in general, to be honest.
Baby, no lies.
Yeah, she ain't never lied. She never lied. I got one more here for you guys. Real quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all out of here. I ain't gonna hold you too long. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean? You not gonna be loyal?
I suck mad.
It don't matter.
Dead ass, bro.
I'm next.
You're next?
I'm next. You gotta put me in line.
Let me see what you work with.
I like this one.
Use all men in your life.
Hi, my name's Eve. I'm 35 years old. I'm 5'10", and I'm looking for a husband. That's that. I'll pay $5,000 if you find me my husband.
In China, women over 30, if you're not married, there's a word for us. Leftover women.
Absolutely.
Anybody else struggling with dating after their 40s?
Shout out to the Chinese men for coming up with that.
Is really that fucking bad? I just got off the phone with my friend, and she's like, I'm done.
So women chose the bear, and now men are choosing the...
Fuck it. I'm tired of being single. At this point, I'll try just about anything. Romeo, oh Romeo, where art thy Romeo?
Here's what women say when they're tired of being single. They're tired of the dudes pumping and dumping. The guys that are attractive, the guys that get them wet, that turn them on, those men are not committing to them. Those dudes don't got to settle down, right? These women got a lot of dudes in their DMs, they're on dating apps, they're getting matches, all that. Dudes be approaching these chicks, but they're like, I don't want that guy, right? These women want an exceptional dude. They want a guy who's a superhero to only be with them, and they be basic themselves. So this is why these women are single, is because they're too picky for their own good. They want the perfect guy.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you have a good man in your life, hold on to him.
Okay, so I'm 32 years old and I've never been in a committed relationship. I've never had a boyfriend.
Y'all, my life is in absolute shambles. It's hands down the worst it's ever been, and I'm like living every day in complete misery.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be single my entire life.
She looks like Miss Piggy. She looks like
Absolutely.
Roseanne. I could go on and on. She got to be easy 300 pounds. What you mean you got to be single the rest of your life? Stop focusing on a relationship and get in the gym. Lose weight. See, these are the type of chicks who don't want to be with overweight men. They only want to be with guys who are in shape.
There it is.
And they get mad when guys who are in shape just pumping and dumping them and smashing them on a 11 p.m. at midnight. Like men are not, guys who respect themselves are not trying to be seen in public with a woman like this.
Absolutely
Double, maybe
not.
triple chins. I mean, I'm not trying to roast her, but let's be
No,
real.
no, absolutely. Roast her.
She's single because she don't want to lose weight. And the guys that she
We
qualifies
gotta bring Shane
for,
back.
she don't want those dudes.
And I don't
Oh,
want
look
a
at
single
this.
person in here. You'll find someone.
No, you ain't gonna find nobody. You're not gonna find nobody. You're not going to 1, 2, 3. You're not going to 3. No, you're not gonna find nobody.
Oh my gosh, you're so pretty. Someone.
She's the type to say, I'm not trying to settle. But any man being with her is settling.
Someone will find you. Someone will
Absolutely.
love you. No.
Oh shit.
I don't
What
want to
happened?
be single no more. I'm so tired of it. I'm so
Man, what's going on? It's Big Back
You
Night.
should not be surprised that I'm single. I live in LA.
No, we ain't surprised.
So where are those single 30 to 40-year-old men at? A lot of them are just doing their own thing. They go to work, they go home, they enjoy their hobbies. Some might be online dating. But for the most part, many of them have given up on dating, unfortunately. The risks just outweigh the benefits at this point. They don't feel
So
appreciated
true.
for their efforts. They feel
Smash
like
that
everything
like
they do
button.
is bare minimum. They're tired of all the unreasonable expectations.
Hi, I'm supposed to be on a date right now, but I got stood up.
Rejected.
So instead, I'm going to go to dinner and margaritas with my best.
Expectations.
Hi, I'm supposed to be on a date right now, but I got stood up.
Rejected.
So
It's gonna
instead,
glitch,
I'm going
the
to go
Matrix.
to dinner and margaritas with my best friend. And here's what I'm wearing.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Guess what? It's another fall, and I'm still single. You want to know why?
Yes.
Because you won't stop playing games. But I want to go apple picking. I want to carve pumpkins. I want to drink apple cider with you while we watch a movie. But we can't because you won't get your act together.
Again, what she means is the guys that she wants, the guys in that top 5 to 10% don't want to get their act together, which means they don't want to commit to them. Like all these chicks are going to be alone. They're going to be stuck with cats and box wine their entire life because they just don't want to get a guy who's on their level. Listen, these women don't qualify for the guys that they want.
X.
Their attitude is bad. They're overweight, like you saw in the previous clip. They don't know how to act. They're selfish.
There it is.
They're not bringing none to the table. These men, listen, men are not trying to settle down with these chicks, especially if he's an attractive guy. Why would
let her know what time it
he
is,
can
Dave.
smash this chick. He can get this chick. He don't got to really commit. He don't got the responsibility of a relationship. He ain't trying to go no apple picking. He's trying to smash and keep it moving.
When she says that she takes
Absolutely.
things slow and is an old-fashioned or traditional woman, that's a statement prepared especially for you. She gave it all away in the past with 0 questions. Now you're the lucky one who has to pay for it.
Today, I'm really struggling with being single. I've just been crying. I'm not about to come on here and cry again, though, because I keep on crying on TikTok, and it's really embarrassing. But I'm just really struggling being single today. Like, I just don't want to be single. I just want to be in a relationship, and it's actually really fucked up. Like, when I actually deep it.
The reason why we want to be in a relationship because they get the benefits. They get dates. They get resources, they get gifts, they get vacations, they get protection. Man, what woman wouldn't want to be in a relationship? But for a man, it's like an interview. You're getting grilled. Where do you work? How much money you make? Can you provide this? Men are like, man, it's like a daunting task to be in a relationship as a man because you got to provide so much. You got to give all this value, and all these women got to do is just show up and receive.
I heard that the best place to meet a man was Home Depot. Let's see.
Oh, Lord.
So somebody told me that we're no longer using dating apps. We're going to Trader Joe's, Home Depot to find our husband, and that's what we're going to do today.
Where do you go to meet men? And she's over 45. Where do you go to meet men? Home Depot.
I will never block my ex, and here's why. I have so much love for him, and I care for him so deeply that if he needed me right now and he texted me and said, Maddie, I need you because this, and this happened, or, you know, this is going on, I need support, I would be there in a heartbeat.
Listen, this is true. Every woman has that one guy that they would drop everything for. The guy who probably didn't want to commit to her ex-boyfriend, her baby daddy. They'll say, you know what? I'm at your beck and call, right? It's simply the guy that didn't want to be with them in a long-term relationship. The guy that didn't, you know, that didn't see the value in them.
But he had her.
Those type of guys,
But he had her. He had her every way he wanted to. See, this is why you guys, man, y'all saying that body count don't matter. Man, listen. I'm a retired Chad. The things I've done to your girl before you got to her or when she was cheating on you, if you knew, you wouldn't want her back. I'm telling you, man, she gives herself to me in every way possible. Okay? I'm just, guys, man, I'm telling you, man.
These women always run back to, right? Listen, women don't fight over a good man. All right? Remember this. Women don't fight and compete over good, honest, hardworking, caring, loving men. They always complain about guys who didn't want them, guys who treated them like trash, guys who got other girlfriends, guys who were players, who were bad boys. They always complain about those guys.
Okay, is it that men just don't want to commit anymore? I was reading an article on that the other day. Said it's like the new norm.
Look at her. She got the old girls out.
old and washed up.
Washed up with the
for
girl
men
still
not to
out.
want to commit anymore like they used to, or is it that they have too many options now?
Would you date someone who's plus size?
No.
Yeah, you guys make sure you subscribe to my man right here. You know, he's got plenty of subscribers. You guys probably already are. He's been doing this for a while. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to this young brother. That's why I fuck with you Zennials. You know what I'm saying? Y'all listen, I like y'all.
Rejected. No.
I'd like to work out a lot, so I like someone who like has the same interests as me.
If she likes you, she's sleeping with you. If she's not sleeping with you, she doesn't like you.
So now we have this paradigm of men avoiding women out of a place of fear and protection. And then we have women trying to step into their masculinity
There's
so that
nothing
they
to be
can do
afraid
it all
of.
on their own because they are afraid that they won't actually have the right leadership, that they can't trust the masculine.
Women, that don't mean that it's right. And it's never been like that before in time. So why are you trying to frame it as if it's okay? That's what they do. That's why I can't watch social media. They frame everything for these women to think it's okay what they're doing. And then they chastise grown men. Nah.
They don't share resources. They just don't. Where if I make a bunch of money, I'll gladly build a home and, you know, have children with you, whatever. Just don't be a whore. It's in a woman's psyche and nature to want a better man. That's why we're with him in the first place. He was an actor. He had status, everything else. But let's switch it around. Let's say you are the actress. He was a nobody. Would you give him a chance? Nope.
Hell no.
Nope. And that is why men need to be better than women. Right there.
The real and vulnerable moments of being single. I've been psyching myself up to go to this restaurant that I've never been to before, and it's like the cutest little place. And I was like, I'm gonna go tonight. So I got ready.
I came to the conclusion these women don't really want relationships. They don't want anything long-term or meaningful, because if they do, they won't be able to get on social media and trauma bond and post all these things about, I'm single, I'm alone. Like, these women can get boyfriends, trust me. They can get guys, but in order for them to get that engagement, that click-through rate, in order for them to keep their fans happy and their followers happy on TikTok and social media, they have to talk about how they're single and alone, and I'm so miserable, I'm so sad. This is a big reason why these chicks are single. Because they'd rather, as crazy as it sounds, they'd rather, entertain their followers and get the likes and clicks as opposed to being in a relationship with a man.
Man,
And I walked in,
hey,
and all
did
of a
he
sudden,
just
I
not just
felt
say
like
something?
all eyes were
Did he just not just say something? It's about the clicks and the attention from the followers instead of being with a man.
on me. Like, everybody at the bar knew that I was alone, and everybody had somebody.
Has swung to the opposite extreme.
Yo.
100%. I've seen
Hold
men
up.
who have done nothing. I've seen men that
Yo.
have placed a hand on a woman's back and have been called into.
That's why, you know what I'm saying? I fucks with this dude. It's your boy. Some people are decent people, man. You can't act like you don't see my clips floating around. Let's get it. Yo.
Through HR, I've seen lies women have told. Men have lost their jobs because of it. So, right, the tensions are very high because now it's believe all women, hashtag. I mean, I can't believe that hashtag even exists. Like, there's literally a hashtag that says believe all women, when really we don't take into account women who have BPD or narcissistic personality disorder or any of those personality disorders that could contribute to a woman just flat out lying to ruin a man. So I really do think that we are in a very, very, very weird time when it comes to men and women. The tensions couldn't be higher.
Why are men not men anymore?
Y'all definitely subscribe to this man.
I disassembled a bed, carried it to my car, all the parts, by the way, carried a vanity to my car, loaded it in the car.
Yeah, look, man. A little surprise at the end. Didn't see that coming. I'm gonna go back and watch it again. I'm gonna go back and watch it. Not on this live stream, obviously not on the live stream, but I'm gonna go back and watch that again. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, the internet is their man without a shadow of a doubt. And that phone, oh God, that's their kid. You try to take that phone from them, oh, they're gonna call CPS on you. You can't do nothing with that phone. I'm telling you, man. It is what it is. But you guys do me a favor, smash that like button. Go ahead and share the live. Also drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? You see the clips are starting to spread around, and some of these people ain't got a problem with me. They ain't trying to keep me down. Salute to the Zennials, man. I appreciate that, young brother. You know what I'm saying? Share my clips. Hey, you guys, again, you know what I mean? Drop a comment. Even the females out there that have a problem with me, go ahead and drop a comment. We've been having a little witty banter back and forth. I know y'all are starting to open up to me. You want to be mad at me, but you can't stay mad at me. Come on, ladies, come on. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, look, y'all, appreciate y'all. I'm your brother, and I love you, and I'm out.